Is beans on toast not just the same as putting beans on tortilla? Because if bean on flour tortilla, technically bread, because bread also flour. Therefore, bean on toast is bean on tortilla the same. Consider it. It could just be the same. It's not good, but I keep eating it. You get a lot of beans on toast. I didn't strike you for a Brit, but I respect you, dudes. Now, I'm a judge of Brits for beans on toast for breakfast. I want to leave. Bills, don't leave. Tell us the beauty of beans on toast, please. As our quintessential Brit. You'll need some eggs and bacon. Well, don't they also eat that, though? Isn't that part of it? It's like they eat the eggs, and then there's also like a sausage or something, and then there's beans on toast, too. Isn't like an English breakfast just like a ridiculous amount of things at the same time? But we don't call tortilla toast, but we could. Flour tortillas are bread, not tortilla. You should uninstall. Are you going to say uninstall? Okay. No clue. It's good, like a cheap and easy thing to make. No, exactly. That's why I'm not hating, because I love refried beans. I just don't know if I like sweet beans. Like, I feel like baked beans tend to be a little bit on the sweeter side because of the brown sugar. But, I'm not saying I don't fuck with them. I'm just saying I don't know if I could fuck with it for breakfast. Maybe like a brunch. Like if we're teetering towards like 10:30 to 11 a.m., I'm like, that sounds fine. I haven't had a bean I didn't like. You know, I don't think I have ever met a bean that I didn't like either. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever met a bean I didn't like. They're all good, I think. I think the only one that I don't like in terms of identity crises is the garbanzo bean versus chickpea debate. Did you guys know they're the same thing? Did you know that they're the same thing? Did you know that we're just confused and we just decided to rebrand them? A garbanzo bean is a chickpea. They're the exact same fucking things. Why do we do these things? It's a dull fact. She's gonna overshare. It's a dull fact. It's TOS this time. It's a dull fact. Dull fact. One time I was making chili for less. This was back in college, and I almost put garbanzo beans in the chili because I was panicking because I didn't know. I thought they were regular beans, and I looked at them and I was like, they were chickpeas, and I in my brain I was like, I can't put them in the chili, so I threw out an entire can of garbanzo beans, and I've never told them this before until right now. I was so embarrassed, but I didn't know what to do with an open can of garbanzo beans, so I just took the whole can and I threw it out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to make you a nice dinner, and I panicked. What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Wait, if beans on tortillas instead of toast, if you toast tortillas, isn't that just chips? Yeah, but like if you over toast a piece of bread, you're just getting croutons, and aren't croutons just bread chips? They hate when I'm right. They hate when I'm bold and I say so many things. Chips are fried, not toasted, but yes. That's crazy. What, a whole can? Yes, I threw out a whole can. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. Okay? I was freaking out. Look, I was a nervous college kid. I don't know. I panicked. I thought this was a safe place. I thought I could, like, you know what? You guys don't judge me when I talk about my own poop, but if I talk about accidentally not knowing what kind of can of thing I was looking at and then throwing it out, then I'm in the wrong, you know? That's why I have trust issues. Croutons are bread chips. Oh no, my eyes are open now. I can never lose them again. Look, you may not be able to close your eyes to the truth, but I just want to say, like, yes, I have ideas about food, but you will never hear me saying that cereal is a soup or that hot dogs are a sandwich, because I don't believe in either of those arguments, or that water is wet. I'm not here to repeat discourse when we could talk about the fact that croutons are bread chips. Okay? Like there's just so much more out there that we can talk about that hasn't been discussed before, to my knowledge. I'm sure someone has also maybe had this thought, but I'm claiming this as an original idea, okay? Croutons are not fried though, but neither are chips. Les, you're the one who likes kettle cooked chips. There's kettle cooked, there's baked, there's fried. There's a billion types of chips. There's so many different kinds of chips. Therefore, croutons are bread chips. Are you saying that baked Lays are not chips? Because baked Lays are most definitely chips. Cereal is a soup. Soup can be called gazpacho. No. I'm going to say I think gazpacho is just salsa. I think gazpacho is just salsa you eat with a spoon. I think gazpacho is some bullshit. I think that's just salsa you eat with a spoon. I don't care. You ever had gazpacho? Because the texture of that shit is just salsa. At least when I was working at the cafe, that's what they did. My brain, what are you doing with these food takes? I'm opening your eyes. Look at me with your eyes. There's so much to the world out there. So if I take a soup, am I a bath? That's what I read. Good morning, dyslexia. How are you doing? If I take a bath, am I soup? I wouldn't say you are soup. I think it could be considered human soup, but technically you're just like one noodle in the batch of chicken noodle. You're one dumpling in the center. I'm the exploding galaxy brain meme right now. Joe, what do you think is in the kettle to kettle cook chips? Well, yeah, I know it's fried, but I'm just saying that like baked, like I just mean like there are several different types of chips. It isn't just like one definitive specific, everything gets fried in one way. Some things get fried, some things don't. Some things are just baked. Baked lays or potato jerky. That is such a good take, dude. Is jerky baked though? Because I thought it was just dehydrated. Because does that add a different level of nuance to this as well? Because I feel like dehydrated fruit is just fruit jerky. I think that's fair. Don't take my baths from me. I need this. Dehydration is low temp baking. Huh. Shit. Does that mean jerky is just meat chip? Because I think that would mean that jerky is just meat chip then. And the dehydrated fruit are just fruit chip. Which I guess makes sense because they do make like fruit chips, apple chips and whatnot. Now because chips are fried, how many times do I have to... Okay, sorry. So baked chips are potato jerky. And does that mean all baked meat is jerky? No. Hang on. Does that mean croutons are bread jerky? Does that mean croutons are bread jerky? Because that's what I'm hearing. Apple chips are jerky. That is fair. My brain is cooked. Good morning, sunshine. Or good evening, I guess. What's freeze-dried apples? Well, we haven't even started getting into the freeze-dried conversation, all right? We've talked about dehydrated, freeze-dried. Now, freeze-dried, that's a whole nother thing. Croutons are not low-temp baked. I still feel like they would fall under some type of chip, though. Would they be considered more on the cracker end of things? Freeze-dried fruits are called chips, so explain. It's not freeze-dried, though. Freeze-dried's different than dehydrated. Because freeze-dried is when they get all powdery. That's different. At least in my eyes. Because like freeze-dried would be like freeze-dried strawberries and they just like powder. They like you bite into it and it's just like but like a dehydrated fruit would be more like apple chips that have like a super hard crunch to them. They get crunchier. Bacon bits are vegan? That's not even a take. That's just wrong. What? There's no meat in bacon bits? I thought they were the bits of the bacon. Wait, then what did they put in them? Wait, there's no meat. Wait, what the fuck? Crackers are baked, bacon is fried, so they would be chips. So they would be meat chip. Got it. Freeze-dried is just super intense, fast dehydration. Well then, but that wouldn't, but what? Why? But dehydration is low temp oven, but freeze-dried is that not freezing? Is there not actually any cold with freeze-dried? I thought that in order to freeze-dry, you had to be cold. Is that not how that works? What? Where did Dippin' Dots go on the list? That's what I want to know. Where did Dippin' Dots go? Because they're freeze-dried. Or is that different because it's nitrogen? Is nitrogen different? How do they make Dippin' Dots? Do they just drip them until they turn into Dippin' Dots? I guess it's textured soy flour and oil. Oh, what the hell? I mean, that's kind of sick. Not that I was really looking to go vegan, but knowing that I can have bacon flavored bits. I could be interested. Although I feel like they're really expensive compared to just buying a thing of bacon, so maybe not. I'll just stick to what I'm doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have been thinking about jerky a lot lately. Are Slim Jims just sausages? Because I feel like if tube jerky, then sausage, right? Freeze-dried food is just more efficiently dehydrated food. If you dehydrate raisin long enough and hard enough, they'd come out like freeze-dry. Freeze-dry is just all the water out instead of some of the water out. The more you know. I don't know. I don't like raisins. I still don't like raisins. Believe it or not, back to grave. If raisin inject with water, back to grape? If grape suck all juice out, then raisin? I don't like raisins. I don't like the taste. I really want to like them, like I admire them. I understand that they are just grape, but I like grape better than I like raisin. Raisin not good. Don't think about sun-dried tomatoes. They've never been dried in sun, have they? They've never been dried in the sun, have they? Is that all just fake? Is that like the same as like the California sun raisins? Like they're not actually dried out in the California sun, are they? It's just a big factory, isn't it? They just take all the grapes and then they just suck them dry, huh? Grapes are hydrated raisins then? And cucumbers are just pickles. And but you can pickle other things, but you can't call other vegetables that have been pickled pickles because that's wrong. Because cucumbers own that. Stupid. Girl, Sam, I don't like raisins. I love grapes. It's like how I don't like cucumbers, but pickles are okay. I don't like either. I don't like cucumbers or pickles. I will tolerate both of them if I need to. I don't mind if they are on something in very small quantities, but you will never see me going out of my way to eat a pickle or a cucumber. They are gross and I hate them. But I think it's mostly because I hate the root vegetable, I hate cucumbers. They hurt my stomach. I eat one cucumber, I'll be burping for 8 hours. It's disgusting. I don't know how it works. The essence of cucumber makes me like a goddamn Mentos and Coke. I just can't stop. And then every time I burp, it's just cucumber, 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 cucumber. Yuck. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk or my Dough Talk, whatever. I love sun-dried tomatoes. Me too. I love sun-dried tomatoes. When I was working at the cafe in college, we had, they made a sun-dried tomato mayo. And I gotta be honest, that shit was unreal. If you want the recipe, it was just like, it was like a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 mayo to 1 thing of sun-dried tomatoes. And then they would put it in a food processor and like, oh my God, that shit goes so hard on sandwiches. How dare you, pickles are life? They're so gross!